Okay, so you are ready to fly the nest. You're leaving your home state and you're checking out the West Coast. You're trying to figure out where to move. Is it California? Is it Colorado? Or is it the good, beautiful state of Arizona? Well, you already know what my vote is. My vote is for Arizona. So I'm going to give you 5 things that you need to know about the state of Arizona and why it's the best option for you. All right, guys, so let's just dive right into this. These are in no particular order that I'm going to give you. I brought some notes just to make sure that I gave you some good information that made sense. And the very first thing we're going to talk about is, let's talk about the economy and the job opportunity. So I've been here in Arizona for about a decade. And as long as I've been here, all I have ever seen in this state is growth. So there's a rumor that back in the day, the only kind of jobs that were here in Arizona were hospitality, because it was a transient state. I mean, you didn't come to Arizona to stay. You came in as, hey, I'm here for a little bit and then I'm out. I'm moving on over to California. Well, a lot of that has changed, okay? The tech industry has fled the state of California, and a lot of those guys are finding their way right here in the state of Arizona. So Intel has a huge campus out here in Chandler, Arizona, and they employ thousands upon thousands of people. So that's one big company that you may be working for. Along that strip where they are, Wells Fargo's brand new. Well, it's not brand new. It's probably 5 or 6 years old now, but Wells Fargo fled the state of California, brought their headquarters here. That's over in Chandler. And again, on that strip, you have Northman and Throp, you have PayPal, and a bunch of other engineering firms. So that's the technology corridor for the state of Arizona. That could be one of the reasons you're choosing to be here, but it's also something that has impacted the local economy here, okay? So that's a good option for you to start looking at. Another thing that I want to talk to you about is over in Mesa. Apple has a headquarters over in Mesa, Arizona, and that's going to be close to that Eastmark community. You may have seen that on my channel. If not, go check it out. That is a phenomenal community to be in. And then there is the Taiwanese semiconductor company. So all of that's just the technology sector. So back in the day, they said, oh man, all we have is hospitality. Fast forward to today, and you have hospitality, you have technology, and many more options, okay? Okay, reason number 2, let's talk about affordability in comparison to the other West Coast states, right? So you have California, which is a place that many people want to live, phenomenal place, right? Then you have Colorado, a lot of people love Colorado, the Mile High Club, okay? And then you have Nevada. So those are the 3 states that people are looking at in comparison to Arizona. And what you're going to notice is the cost of living in Arizona is just less. It's less. There's not even a way to compare the 3 of these places. You're going to pay less and get more for your money if you choose the state of Arizona. And most people are not choosing to stay in the city center. They are going to the suburbs. So suburbs in Arizona are going to be like Chandler, Gilbert, Mesa, Queen Creek, Santan Valley. That's for your East Valley. And then on the west, you have Buckeye, Tolleson, Litchfield Park, Surprise, Arizona, Goodyear. People are going to those outskirts, okay? So if you're thinking about affordability, then we're going to start looking at those outskirts, because you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck. Doesn't mean that Phoenix proper doesn't have options or Scottsdale doesn't have options. It's just that that's where the high growth areas are for the state right now. So a lot of people are rushing to that spot. All right. Number 3 is going to be the weather. Yeah, I absolutely know what you're thinking. Arizona is hot. How dare you say the weather is a top reason for moving there? Well, it's true. Listen, it is currently the middle of December and I am in a polo outside of a Starbucks. I don't have any heat on me and I'm just enjoying the weather. So yes, weather is the number 1 reason that you're going to be able to move here and enjoy all of those outdoor lifestyles that you want to enjoy. So if you're into hiking, biking, fishing, kayaking, that's something that you can do year round in this state. Even when it's summertime and it's extremely hot at 100 plus degrees outside, most people are going early in the morning, right before sunrise, or they're going, when I say early in the morning, you need to be there before, say 9 o'clock. About 9 o'clock, it starts getting really hot. So if you're out 6 to 9, you got 3 hours. That 5 to 9, 4 hours, you can go have a really good time. Okay, so they're either going early in the morning like that, or they're waiting until sunset. Let me give you an example. When I take my toddler to the park during the summer, we wait for the sun to go down, and it is lit. Ladies and gentlemen, when I say lit, I mean that the sun has set and every child in Arizona has found the park. It is a beautiful thing to see because they are eager to get outside and have a good time. It's quite phenomenal, okay? So let's talk about this 100 plus degree weather. Okay, you're going to get this 100 plus degree weather in the summer. In fact, the last couple of summers, we have set some records as far as so many 100 days. So everything from 113 and up in a row for our summers, okay? But what I want you to know is that Arizona's built for that. The homes are built for that. They can handle the heat. Street signs, not so much. You may see some melted street signs around here, but specifically what I want you to know is this. The heat is a dry heat, and that is a real thing. All right, what I want you to think about, if you're in the Midwest or anywhere like that, think about Houston, Texas in the summer. To die takes your breath away. You get under a shade tree, there's no relief. In Arizona, it can be 105, 110 degrees. You can go stand under a tree and actually have some relief. So yes, it is hot, but everything around you is cool. The grocery stores are going to be cool. Your office space is going to be cool. You're going to be in the house, and there's going to be a pool for you to dip into. So don't worry too much about the heat. It only lasts 2, maybe 3 months, okay? But every single thing around you is going to have AC. The one tip I have is just to make sure your car has remote start. Hey, reason number 4, let's talk about family-friendly communities, okay? So if you're looking at any of the suburbs, they are designed with families in mind. These newer communities are coming with everything you need. It's almost to the point where you do not have to leave your bubble. So if you're looking for the best ice cream shop, more than likely that's going to be in your bubble. If the kids need a hangout spot, they are building all of these game rooms and fitness centers that are close by, all in one little pocket, to where you can walk to each one from your front door. I would say everything is bikeable at this point, okay? So you can hop on a bike and get to so many different areas and have a good time. The parks, oh my gosh, the parks are so amazing now, okay? So they are coming with shade. They come with some kind of water feature, like a splash pad or a pool, okay? So you have something for the little kids, you have something for the big kids. They have ropes for you to climb. Some of them have rock walls. And this is throughout the state. So not just Phoenix proper and the suburbs, but even if you go down to Tucson, what we're seeing is that builders are getting it, and they know that families are looking for something more in a community. So they're building these communities to be much nicer than they've ever been before. When it comes to educating our kids in Arizona, this is something that I know a lot of you are concerned about, because where you live now, maybe you're in a great school district, and changing the district could be, changing schools is just a stressful task, okay? Well, here's one of the things I want you to know about Arizona. There are no school lines. Like, I grew up in Georgia, and wherever your address was, that's where you went to school. Well, here in Arizona, that does not exist. Some schools are going to be better at sports. Some schools are going to be better at technology. Other schools are going to be better in the art department, right? So if you notice that your child has a specific interest in something and you want to cultivate that interest and make sure they get the best of that, well, the school districts here will allow you to make sure your child gets into one of those schools as long as they have room. Now, it's going to be your responsibility to get them to and from, but the benefit is you're not going to be stuck to a school that you don't like, okay? So, I'll give you an example. There's a school out here Called Higley's a good school. Hamilton Hamilton is known for their football. They're known for their athletics, right? So a lot of kids want to go to Hamilton, and that's in the Chandler School District, which is a phenomenal school district. Gilbert has great education. In fact, I believe Spanish as a second language is like standard in some of those schools. So if you want to make sure your kid is picking up other languages, that may be a school you want to go to. But in between all of these options, you have Paradise Valley, Scottsdale, you have all these options for your child to go to, and you can literally go through and pick the one that fits them best. Reason number 5 to move to Arizona is going to be the vibrant lifestyle and the cultural attractions, okay? And I'll give you a little bit of info on that. If you are into fine dining, nice restaurants, Scottsdale, Arizona is the place to be. Listen, all of the cities have some options for you, but Scottsdale probably has the most options, okay? So if you want a luxury experience, that's where you need to go. You have that special night for anniversaries, birthdays, anything like that, you're going to be in Scottsdale, Arizona. If you're into art, well, Phoenix is the art district hub. There's several places that you can go down in the art district, and there's nice murals on the walls that you can get some Instagram worthy photos of. I'll show you a couple. If you're thinking outdoor lifestyle, you got Sedona, where there's just tons of hiking trails. I like to go up there for the ATV and UTV rides. You have the Grand Canyon National Park, which you can walk across the bridge and then you can see straight down through and take pictures. I mean, that's quite phenomenal. Even little smaller areas like, say, Payson. I love going out to Payson, again, to ride the trails because that's the type of stuff I like to do. But then you also have Lake Powell, you have Lake Pleasant, and there's always an attraction to do no matter where you are in the state. Most of this stuff is a great day trip, but you can make it a phenomenal weekend trip too. So no matter what you're looking for, if you're looking for exciting night out, or if you're looking for nature preserves and trails and things like that, Arizona has something for everyone. One of my favorite things about this state is that you have the top half, the middle half, and the bottom of the state. They are all completely different. You can be in one state and get a completely different vibe just by traveling north or south, east or west. Hey, I hope this was all good information so you can choose to move over to Arizona. If you are thinking to move to Arizona, you'd like to get some more information, figure out what type of neighborhood works best for you, give me a call. The number is here. You can text me there, and the email is here. I'll see you on the next one.